I make
Good morning, honorable members, the committee staff, department present, and all those even interested parties that we have in today's meeting. We are here today just to deal with two items, and then probably we will be done and finished with the meeting. Very quickly, can I take, are there any apologies?
Good morning, Honorable Chair, honorable members, and our guest. Chair, we receive no apologies for today's meeting. Thank you.
Okay, can you flag the agenda? Ario Ayan. Okay, honorable members, we are dealing with the issue of the BRRRs in terms of the report, and then we will deal with the why I don't see the minutes. You want us
the minutes
to
is scheduled for Friday, Chair. The minutes is scheduled for Friday.
Yeah,
yes,
I was
Chair.
going to say that I don't see. So it's only one item, honorable members, that we are dealing with today. Can I then allow the secretariat to beam the report? Okay, on the first part is on introduction. I'm not sure whether, let me do this. I'm not sure whether members would want to have any take on introduction. I take it as read. Number two, yeah, it's still part of the introduction. Number one. Number two, it's the overall performance of the department. 2.1, but that's what is stated. 2.1, whether is a true reflection of what was reported. Continue. Yes, there is a continue. Continue. Number 4, yes. Continue. Yes. Okay, continue. Okay. Okay. Any comment on the observation number 6 from 6.1? Let's start with 6.1. I can't see a hand. 6.2. Okay.
Recording in progress. They must just correct. Good morning, Chairperson. Greetings to yourself and members of the Portfolio Committee and everybody on call. They must just correct Kitlapile. I think it was supposed to be Kitlapile. It's not Keltipela. Kitlapila. On under next, actually.
Yes, that's correction. That's correct. Next time I will, okay. You must correct that. I doubt Ari will have capacity to. Ari, I think it's KE. I understand not helping. Yeah? KE or KI?
No, it's KE.
Yes.
KETLE, Kitlepila. But Bolmarans is on the platform, Chair. Maybe he could assist.
No. It's KE.
It's KE. TLA.
Yes.
PHELA.
Yes. Thank you, Honorable Malinga. We are on recommendation number 7 on 7. 1 of 7. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Okay. 8 is just not a banner. I guess there is. Can I get a mover then of the report with the amendments?
I move for the adoption, Chairperson, with the amendment.
My hand is up, Chair.
Oh, I didn't see it. There's Honorable Volmarans is proposing that is moving the report. Honorable Mahlaule, sorry, I can't see the hand. Oh.
Sorry, Chair, before you proceed, there are 3 hands, Honorable Mahlaule, Honorable Mailem, and Honorable Lorima.
Oh, yeah. Can I give Honorable Mahlaule, Honorable Mailem, and then Honorable Lorima?
Thank you very much, Chair.
Sorry, the list is just in front of me. You are high on the top, so I couldn't see the hands at the top. My apologies.
Thank you.
The last will be Honorable Malinga.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. Good morning to honorable members who are on the call, the department, as well as our support staff. Chair, I want to propose additions to the recommendations, and I may have 3 or 4 that I would want factored in the report. The first point I want to make, Chair, is that the implementation of the Black economic empowerment and local content development must receive considerable attention in the procurement practices of SOCs and the department in the manner that complements the proposed amendment to the Preferential Procurement Policy Framework Act. That is the first point, Chair, I want to make. The Chair?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you are speaking. The second point I want to make, Chair, is that the adequate measures must be undertaken to finalize the investigation into the solar water heater project, including storage cost and any other related cost, to determine the circumstances that led to the non-compliance for the purpose of taking appropriate corrective actions, and to address control weaknesses, as well as to identify responsible officials. That is the second point, Chair, I want to sponsor. The third point that I want to make is that the department must clearly define its performance targets, as well as the metric used for calculation, so that the performance information is reported in the prescribed manner. Lastly, Chair, is that the department must improve its internal control measures so that effective and appropriate steps can be taken to prevent fruitless and wasteful expenditure as required by Section 38 1C Roman figure 2 of the PFMA and Treasury Regulations 911. Thank you very much, Chair.
I was going to say, Honorable Mashaule, if it is like we do in the public hearings, please, if it is possible, written, just forward it to Ayanda or Ari so that they can factor that in as we proceed.
Will do, Chair.
Yeah, and then Honorable Mailem.
Thank you, Chairperson. Chairperson, I want to draw your attention to 1.1 of the report, and I didn't bring it up at the time because I'm not proposing that we amend it in any way, but it talks to the vision and mandate of the Portfolio Committee. And it says that we have a mandate to conduct oversight over the executive and facilitate public participation, and that the vision and mission of the Portfolio Committee is to ensure effective service delivery through discharging its responsibility of holding the executive authority and the related entities accountable, and that this is done through oversight of the National Department's objectives and programs, scrutinizing its budgets and expenditure, and recommending through Parliament actions that must be undertaken by the National Department. Now, Chairperson, my concern is this, that we have only scrutinized one entity out of 11. We have not delved into the details around CEF. We have not delved into the details around Narwedi, which had enormous problems last year. We've not delved into any of the issues around the Mine Health and Safety Council or any of the entities that we are responsible for, with the exception of Nexa. And so I think that this report, Chair, is very premature, that we have not, as a Portfolio Committee, upheld our responsibility, our constitutional obligation of holding the entities accountable, of scrutinizing the expenditure, recommending actions to rectify any problem areas. We have not done that because we haven't gone into the details of what they have done over the past year. So I want to put the Democratic Alliance's strongest objection to the tabling of this report in its current form, because we have not done our job. Thank you, Chair.
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Honorable Lorima.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I concur with my colleague. I must say, Mr. Chair, in all the years that I've done BRRR reports, it's the first time I've ever seen such omissions, that entities are simply not examined in detail. And I would object most strongly.
Okay. Honorable Malinga.
Greetings again, Chairperson. I also want to add a few points on the report, Chair, as a form of recommendations. One, Chair, is that corrective measures and practical, I'll also submit to Mr. Kotze or Ms. Boss, is that corrective measures and practical solutions must be applied to address the vacancy rate within the confines of the National Treasury's cost containment measures. The second one is to expedite the finalization of the pre-feasibility study on coal to incentivize investment required to procure additional 1,500 megawatts from coal. Lastly, Chair, efforts must be put into addressing barriers to investment in the expansion of the transmission network, since transmission constraints inhibit the procurement of new generation capacity. It's what I wanted to add, Chairperson, to our recommendations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Malinga. Honorable members, is the hand that Honorable Mahlale, the legacy one?
Yeah, it's a legacy one, Chair. Let me put it down quickly.
Okay. Honorable members, I think we all agree. Let me start on this issue. That is fine when we object. We came to this portfolio committee having met with the staff, looking at the time frame. We put the program in front of this committee. We said we needed to prioritize because we're complaining about the time. In fact, in my closing remarks, when we finalized the presentations by NEXA, I raised the issue. I said, I even made it as a joke. I said to Honorable Zungula, you are sitting in the meeting of the principals. Even next year, there's going to be BRRRs. And it is unfortunate that we are given only a week to deal with the BRRR. When we presented to the portfolio committee, because I fear a situation where we approve something and then we turn around and say we disown that process. We presented to the committee. We said, looking at the time frame that we are given, here is the option that we are having. The committee approved, agreed, and said, yes, let's prioritize. Two entities we said we are not going to compromise on was SAF and NEXA. In the process, SAF, we were told by AG that they have not been able to deal with SAF. We agreed, even in the last meeting, that as and when the having dealt with AG, we said as and when AG finalizes, we will reconvene and look at the audit outcomes of SAF. That's what I know is a resolution of the committee. On the issue of then what do, we said because the entities are reporting in the department, subject to what will arise, one, from the briefing by AG and the department, we will then have to decide what then should become the way forward. For instance, if out of the AG's report there is something that relates to a specific entity, it becomes the duty and the task of this portfolio committee to follow up on that matter. If it arises from the department, it again remains a responsibility of this portfolio committee. So my understanding is that there is nothing that is in front of this committee that was never brought to its attention, including the constraint with regards to the time frame. So my understanding is that what we are dealing with here is what we agreed as a program of the portfolio committee. But if members have got reservations about it, I think we must allow that they are entitled to that view. But my request is that in future, if we foresee that we are not going to do, there is no doubt about it. All of us, I'm sure we share the same view that it does not give us adequate time to interrogate this type of an exercise. But I don't know where was because there is no program of this committee that has been just imposed, is not agreed to by the committee itself. So I want to say, if there was that error, it means the error were all collectively responsible for not doing it in the manner that we are supposed to do. But to the best of my knowledge, this is a reflection of a collective decision on how to handle the BRRR this time around. The last point I want to say, the issue of NRAD, it's still in front of the committee. It can't disappear. The problem was that when we were thrown with this bill, it actually meant that the major programs now that we're supposed to do follow up, if you were to look when we said what are the outstanding work, amongst the outstanding things that are still outstanding now was the issue of NRAD. Honorable Mailem.
Thank you, Chairperson. Chairperson, I acknowledge what you are saying, and I thank you for your comments. I want to point out that there's a vast difference between prioritizing and completely ignoring the other entities. It's one thing to say we're going to focus on the DMRE and Nexa, but we can't then just say, well, the rest of them don't matter. And I just want to put that on record that there is a vast difference between those two.
Honorable Mailem, I don't like sometimes to be, you see now you are distorting what I said. I'm saying this program, that is, I never said they are not important. I said this committee, confronted by the issue of the short time with regards to the BRRR, said, there are two entities. It's not me who said so. When we presented, it was accepted that there are two entities that we cannot afford not to deal with them in the BRRR. Therefore, let's look at prioritizing those. Two, the distortion, it comes when then you are not raising the issue that we said in the process of dealing with the BRRRs, if we pick up something that requires the attention of this committee, we will do exactly that and then say, this entity and this entity were not satisfied from the AG's report or from this and this. So it's not a question that it's something that said they are not important. All entities are important. And when we adopted this program, that was my understanding. Honorable Mashaule.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. I think, Chair, correctly, there should be acknowledgement that issues that are raised by Honorable Mailem to a certain degree are a problem to the committee, not a certain political party or individuals. There are concerns that we raised, like you are saying, in the previous meeting. And moving forward, we should pay attention to these issues, that they must not derail our work as we would want to do proper work oversight. However, Chair, having said that, I do not think it should drive us to a point where we have dealt with the what do you call this, certain SOCs and not deal with others properly. That can stop us from adopting the report, because the report is what we have dealt with. And therefore, Chair, I want to suggest that we move for the adoption of the report with the changes that we proposed, acknowledging the points that are genuinely raised by members of the committee, including myself, Chairperson. Thank you very much.
Okay. Is there any second on the move of the report?
Good morning,
With
Chairperson.
the amendments.
Try to raise my hand, Chairperson. Good morning, Chairperson, honorable members of the Portfolio Committee, DG, and the members of. Can you hear me, Chairperson?
Yes, I hear you.
BRRR. I support. I second the report, that it should be supported with amendments. I think we should move forward so that we are moving with the report. I support the report, Chairperson.
Thank you. Any objection?
No objection, Chair.
Molo President, Makelwan.
Molo Chairman, siyaxhasa silase sonke madoda.
Okay. Thank you very much, honorable members. Thank you for gracing my meeting today. It's the only committee that has got 2 presidents and the secretary general.
Injalo, Chair. That's true.
Okay. Honorable members, I think we have come to the end of our meeting. Thank you very much. The meeting stands adjourned.
Sorry, Chair, before you adjourn the meeting, I just received a message from Honorable Zungula. He just tendered apology. I want it for record purposes.
Okay, thank you very much. The meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, Chairperson. Progressive meeting. Thank you.
Malinga.